Welcome back to another Sunday prep day where every Sunday I prep for the week, so that includes cutting all my vegetables, and today I'm going to make a curry paste as well. And I'm also, before I forget, I'm going to soak some of these chickpeas for tomorrow for a chickpea and lentil curry, vegan curry. So that is for tomorrow. And yeah, let's get started on the vegetables, and then I'll just go over my menu. So today, Sunday, as usually on Sunday, I'm gonna have some sandwiches, and I have some chicken because I don't usually eat carbs for lunch during the week, but on the weekend I have my cheat days. So I like having my sandwiches because I do miss bread. And then for dinner tonight, I'm gonna do some smash burgers with some onion, some lettuce, and let's put this away. Then for Monday, Meatless Monday, for lunch, I'm gonna do a salad. I was gonna put some pomegranate on my salad, but I wasn't feeling it. So I'll save the pomegranate for like a salsa or something next week. But what I will put on it is like peppers, cucumber, that sort of stuff, and just some spring mix. So then for dinner, like I said, I'm gonna have that vegan curry. So chickpeas, lentils, some spinach. I have tomatoes, and a nice curry paste with lots of flavor, coconut milk. So then for Tuesday, for lunch, I'm gonna do some chicken with some green beans. I could do keto chicken nuggets again, haven't fully decided yet, or just I have some chicken tenders, so I could just do some chicken strips. We'll just see on Tuesday. And then for dinner, since it's New Year's Eve Tuesday, I'm just gonna have something snacky. So I made it yet, but I bought everything for like a charcuterie board. So I'll just snack on that throughout the night, and I'll have some cheese, some dried sausage, that kind of stuff. So one of the things I need these onions for is my smash burgers, but also for my curry paste and a few other things. So yeah, for my curry paste, I'm just gonna roughly chop that because that's gonna go in the food processor. So I'll just do like that. Put that directly in my food processor bowl. And I want a little bit more than one onion, so I'll just take some of that. And then the rest can go in with the rest of my onion. Then we're on Wednesday. So for lunch, I'm going to have a low-carb stir-fry with chicken. So I'm going to use some broccoli stems for that. That's a great way to use up some broccoli stems. Let's see, I want the bigger ones to cut up, and the smaller ones I'll dump in. So there's about half of a head of garlic. So I'll throw that in directly with my onions and everything else that's going to go in my curry paste. And these bigger cloves are a lot easier to chop, so that's what I'll chop up for everything else. So low carb stir fry with chicken, broccoli stems, so peppers, onions, garlic, some carrots since I have that left over, so why not use it? Just use up a bunch of stuff, and that's like a perfect way to use broccoli stems. And then for dinner, I'm gonna do some pasta. So I have some ground beef. I'll do some cherry tomatoes, peppers, onions, garlic, the works. And I'll just make a tomato sauce with that. And we'll just see what what shape of pasta I'm going to use, because I have a bunch of pasta in my pantry. I'm just using up what I have. Mainly in the pantry for pasta, I have like little bits of different kinds of pasta, so I just need to use that up and then restock at some point. So we've done Wednesday, that means we're on Thursday. So for lunch, I'm gonna do some Brussels sprouts with some chicken, and I'll do it as like a stir fry kind of thing. So I'll half or quarter the Brussels sprouts, and I'll saute that with onions, chicken, probably peppers, chilies, carrot if I have some left over, and make that nice and delicious. And then for dinner, some lime cilantro rice with chicken, and I'll do some kind of salsa, maybe a corn salsa, or maybe just more of a like pico de gallo kind of thing. We'll just figure that out. I have all the ingredients for it, so that's a nice thing about prepping all the ingredients. I can just change things around still, just using the same ingredients. I have some spring onions left, so why not use them? I'll probably use them as garnish in like my lime cilantro rice. I'll use them in my stir fry, and I'll just cut them nice and fine. Let's see, so we're on Friday. I'll have some broccoli with some fish, probably some pollock or some basa, because that's what I have in my freezer. And then for dinner, I'll do a rice bowl or a noodle bowl, haven't fully decided yet, with some salmon and some spicy green beans. And I still have a little bit of acar campur, so like an Indonesian style pickle that I made a while ago, so I'll use that up. So yeah, just a good way to use up leftovers. So what are we gonna do next? Let's do some chilies. So 2 of these chilies I'll use for my stir fries and my pasta, things like that. Actually, I'll probably do 3. And these are just regular cayenne that I'm not going to bother de-seeding because they're not super spicy. There we go. And yeah, let's just do 1 more. Just give that a quick chop. There we go. So that is chilies for the stir fry and pasta. And then I also need some chilies for my curry paste. So I'm just going to cut the tops off. And then I'll just cut them in rough pieces, just so it's easier to get going in the food processor. If they're full length, sometimes they kind of float on top of the blades instead of going down. So that's the only reason I'm cutting them. Yeah, and then we'll just do some peppers, like I said, for my salad, for my pasta, for my stir fries. I have a bunch of different colors. I have a red here, an orange, a yellow, and I have a green. And I'm going to do the exact same thing with all of them. I'm going to cut them in half, take the seeds out, and then just cut them into ribbons. Nice and easy. So, while I'm chopping this, since it's almost New Year's Eve, do you have any kind of New Year's resolutions? I don't really do New Year's resolutions that much. I do kind of plan on, well, I'll keep doing these kinds of videos. I still want to learn a little bit more about editing because my editing is kind of basic. So maybe I can learn a little more. Maybe at some point I'll make an intro for my videos. That would be a nice thing to do, but I don't know what I want to do yet, so That would also be a good way to learn. And another thing I would like to do is do more travel, make more travel videos, even though those videos do really poorly on my channel. Probably because it's not what people come to my channel for. But I do like making those, and I really like traveling. Like the last year and a half, I've been traveling a lot more again after not traveling for a couple of years, and I really caught that bug again. So I love going places. But yeah, if you have any suggestions on where I should go, let me know. Probably the next few trips will still be in Europe, just because it's quicker and cheaper. And yeah, but we'll figure things out. Oh, and also, by the way, I almost forgot the Dutch word of the week. Since we're talking about New Year's resolutions, the word for resolutions is voornemens. So, voor means well, for or pre, and nemen means take. So it's like the what things you're thinking of before actually doing them, like a decision making. So let's see. I'm almost done with these peppers. I just have a green one left. I'll just do that real quick. But yeah, any suggestions on where I should go for a little trip is very welcome. I'm thinking about maybe doing Italy at some point, like go to Rome and stuff like that, but I definitely don't want to do that in summer because it's way too hot. But yeah, we'll just see. Maybe Eastern Europe sometimes, like Czech Republic, or where else? Kind of go down to Danube, like Vienna, Bratislava. You know, that kind of stuff. That would be cool to do. And the rest, my New Year's resolutions, just basically keep doing what I have been doing. Like over 2,000 days in a row now for my streak for my 10,000 steps a day. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. I'm just gonna keep eating healthy. I'm just cutting these cherry tomatoes because I'm gonna use them in my curry tomorrow. And if I leave them whole, they'll take a long time to cut down. And if I just cut them in half, they'll go a lot quicker. So I'll just work through this bowl. Yeah, just keep doing what I'm doing. I like the kind of schedule I have for my videos, so I'm not gonna change that. One thing I ask myself every year for New Year, like I do try to avoid processed foods when I can, and that always leads me to, am I gonna keep doing meatless Mondays, because those meat replacements are really highly processed. But I think I'm gonna keep doing them. I'll just try doing more things with not with meat replacements, things like curries or those vegan tacos that you've seen me make a lot lately, things like that. But kind of want to get off of those processed foods. Maybe that means not doing Meatless Monday every Monday, but I don't know yet. I also kind of like doing the idea behind it. Just need better ideas for recipes. So if you have any ideas, suggestions, please let me know. Next up, let's do some carrots. Now these are washed, so I'm not gonna bother peeling them, and I'm gonna cut them nice and fine. So I'm just gonna cut these tips off, and then I'm just gonna slice them nice and fine, and these are gonna go in my pasta, my stir fries, and things like that. Then next I have some lemongrass. I'm just going to cut the tip off, and then I'm just going to roughly chop it again so it can go down in the food processor easier and does not get stuck on top of the blades. So that can go in with my chilies and my onions and my garlic. And then here I have some turmeric and some ginger. If you saw my grocery haul video yesterday, you'll know that I couldn't get turmeric, but I went out this morning and I found some. So that was $2.45 for all of this, which was a bit more expensive than I was expecting, but they were hard to find. But yeah, I'm just gonna quickly peel these. Oh, and if you're peeling turmeric, you probably want to put some gloves on because this will stain everything yellow. So your hands will be yellow the rest of the day. And again, I'm just cutting everything roughly just so it goes down in the food processor a lot easier and it doesn't get stuck. And we'll just add that to the bowl. And another thing we're adding to the bowl is some cilantro, or at least the stems. So I saved some stems from last time. Those are perfect to go in. And then for this cilantro, I'm also just going to cut the stems off and put those in. And then the rest I'm going to cut up nice and fine for my lime cilantro rice. So I'll give it a rough chop first, and then I'll just keep running my knife through until it's all nice and fine. Alright, that's cilantro. Then next up, I have some cucumbers, and these are going to go on my salad tomorrow, and maybe on my burgers tonight, and my lunch for today. So I'll just cut them into slices. Then next up, I have some broccoli. I'm just going to cut these florets off for a meal on Friday. And I'll just make sure they're in bite-sized pieces. So that's about a portion. And then the stems, I'm just going to cut nice and fine because those are going to go in my stir fry. That's a perfect way to use broccoli up, like the broccoli stems. It's just a shame to throw away because there's lots of flavor in them, lots of fiber. So I'm just going to cut it lengthwise. I did remove the leaves and like the little remains of the leaves, and just cut them as fine as you want. You can grate them and go all the way to broccoli rice, but too much effort for me. I don't mind them a bit chunky, so the only thing I don't use is the very end, like this bottom end, because that can get kind of woody. So just again, cut lengthwise and just cut like that, nice and fine. And I saved some stems from last week, so I'm going to do the exact same thing to these. Alright, so I'll just use that instead of like rice or noodles for a low-carb stir-fry. Then I have some Brussels sprouts, and I'm just going to clean them up. So cut the bottom off, take the outer leaves off, and cut them in half because I want to stir-fry them. So I don't want to cook them too long. I want them nice and small. So I'll just do that for this whole little bowl. That's all my sprouts done. Depending on the size, these were kind of small, so I just halved them. If they're bigger, maybe you want to quarter them. Just make them nice and small. And then the last thing to cut are these green beans for one meal on Tuesday and for some spicy green beans on Friday. So I'm just going to top and tail a lot of them. And 38 minutes, we are done with all our chopping. I had a lot of small things to chop, like the beans and the sprouts and stuff, so that took a bit longer this time than it usually does, but still under 40 minutes to have everything ready to go for the week. That's great. So now I just need to make the curry paste. So I have my cilantro stems, ginger, turmeric, onion, garlic, and chilies in here. So I'm just going to put the lid on And I'm gonna blitz this up real quick. So that's all blended down, so I'm just gonna transfer that to a glass jar. You wanna store that in glass, not in plastic, again, because turmeric stains really bad. So, this keeps in the fridge for like a week or two. So I always make a big batch, and then next week I'll probably have like a curry with like chicken or something like that. And there we go, that's everything ready for the week. I can now have lunch or dinner on the table in minutes. If you like this kind of content, I do this every single Sunday. And if you want to see what I do with all the ingredients that I prepared, you can check out my Instagram where I post every single meal, or you can check out the video that I post about once a month where I show you a whole week of everything I eat in a day. And I'm going to start recording one today. After I clean up, I'm going to have some lunch and start that video, and I'll do that until Friday, so that will come out at the end of the week. So leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Until next time, bye for now.